Right, good morning fish people. I'm Alan Norris from Fish on TV. It's Sunday the 11th of May and I've just arrived once again at Ferry Meadows. It's for the Ferry Meadows Cup, a qualifier. I can't remember what number qualifier it is. Is it 3? Can't remember whether it's 3 or 4. I think the first round that I fished, I came 3rd. I came down 2 weeks later for the next qualifier and I drew on the high bank again. I drew 44 on the high bank and had 58 pounds. Had a great day, absolutely wonderful. Come back again, drawn 33, right next door to Matt Wright, good pal of mine. On the high bank again, little short walk, who was on 34. And between us, we never had a bite. That's just how it goes. I didn't fancy it. It was like today. It was flat, calm. The other bank had some ripple on it. The wind blowing in, and I think the wind's supposed to get up today. It'll be like a mill pond again. Not ideal for bream fishing. It's clear as the water. It's going to be 25 degrees. It's going to be absolutely red hot, bright sunshine, no clouds, clear water. That's no good for bream fishing. I know some of you think, oh, excuses, but I'm telling you, if I had to come fishing today, pleasure fishing, I just wouldn't go. I'd just go for a walk. But it's a qualifier we've paid for, so I'm here and we're all going to try and catch some fish. I don't know how many anglers there is today. I'm not sure if there are 60 on. I know there's quite a lot on a Sunday, but I've got another qualifier for Wednesday as well. Where do I want to be? I don't know it well enough, to be honest with you, but I'm in the high bank. If I was on the high bank, I'd want to be where I was before. Anything between 42, 44, 45, those 3 areas is the only place I really want to be on the high bank. And then on the other side, the 80s, like 86, 87, 85, up to 89 seems to be an area. I think Steve Ringer won it from 86, which is, I've heard, is one of the most consistent pegs on here. He won it last time I was here with about, did he have 80 pound? 70 or 80 pound? So that's an area, and I think in the 50s, at 57 I think, caught on another match just after it. So I think the wind's going to be blowing into that bank. So for any kind of sort of cover, well, not really cover, if there's a ripple on it, the fish tend to be a little bit more confident. So that's another area where I probably want to be. But you get what you get, and you can only do your best. So we'll see where we get drawn today. I've brought a spare pair of trainers because last time it was that hot. I put my waders on, it was just red hot. I was just boiling. So it's going to be even warmer today. So I thought, an old pair of trainers, I'll pull my shorts up and just wade out. That'll do me, get me suntan cream on. In fact, I'll make sure I get it out so I don't forget it. And we'll see where we get drawn, we'll see how we get on today. So wish me luck. Anywhere where there's fish, that'll do.
Who's that?
I don't know. 86 will be nice.
I just hear about it. Yeah, too.
Right, good morning fish people, I'm Alan Norris from FishOn TV. It's Sunday the 11th of May and I've just arrived once again at Ferry Meadows. It's for the Ferry Meadows Cup, a qualifier. I can't remember what number qualifier it is it 3? Can't remember whether it's 3 or 4. I think the first round that I fished I came third. I came down 2 weeks later for the next qualifier and I drew on the high bank again. I drew 44 on the high bank and had 58 pounds. Had a great day, absolutely wonderful. Come back again, drawn 33, right next door to Matt Wright, good pal of mine. On the high bank again, little short walk, who was on 34. And between us, we never had a bite. That's just how it goes. I didn't fancy it. It was like today. It was flat, calm. The other bank had some ripple on it. The wind blowing in, and I think the wind's supposed to get up today. It'll be like a mill pond again. Not ideal for bream fishing. It's clear as the water. It's going to be 25 degrees. It's going to be absolutely red hot, bright sunshine, no clouds, clear water. That's no good for bream fishing. I know some of you think, oh, excuses, but I'm telling you, if I had to come fishing today, pleasure fishing, I just wouldn't go. I'd just go for a walk. But it's a qualifier we've paid for, so I'm here and we're all going to try and catch some fish. I don't know how many anglers there is today. I'm not sure if there are 60 on. I know there's quite a lot on a Sunday, but I've got another qualifier for Wednesday as well. Where do I want to be? I don't know it well enough, to be honest with you, but I'm in the high bank. If I was on the high bank, I'd want to be where I was before. Anything between 42, 44, 45, those 3 areas is the only place I really want to be on the high bank. And then on the other side, the 80s, like 86, 87, 85, up to 89 seems to be an area. I think Steve Ringer won it from 86, which is, I've heard, is one of the most consistent pegs on here. He won it last time I was here with about, did he have 80 pound? 70 or 80 pound? So that's an area, and I think in the 50s, at 57 I think, caught on another match just after it. So I think the wind's going to be blowing into that bank. So for any kind of sort of cover, well, not really cover, if there's a ripple on it, the fish tend to be a little bit more confident. So that's another area where I probably want to be. But you get what you get, and you can only do your best. So we'll see where we get drawn today. I've brought a spare pair of trainers because last time it was that hot. I put my waders on, it was just red hot. I was just boiling. So it's going to be even warmer today. So I thought, an old pair of trainers, I'll pull my shorts up and just wade out. That'll do me, get me suntan cream on. In fact, I'll make sure I get it out so I don't forget it. And we'll see where we get drawn, we'll see how we get on today. So wish me luck. Anywhere where there's fish, that'll do. Right, I'm all set up, I'm all in, I'm fishing. I've baited up pretty much the same mix as last time. I've measured 4 pots of ground bait, a pot of micros, and 200ml of particles, which has been corn, and dead reds basically. I've not put any chopped worm in this time. I just thought I'll give it I've done some chop worm, but I can just start adding it to my feeder as I go along. So 52 metres, it's just over 52 metres. I didn't go onto the other video and have a look, but I think it's pretty much the same area. I've chucked straight in front of me, it's a 2-second count, and to my right it's just over 3. So I'm on a slope, it's going down. So I've gone for the deepest area. The reason I've done that is with it being so clear, I just think there could be in deeper water today. So I've gone in really in the deepest bit I could find. Now, one little bonus, peg 42 has not turned up, so I've got quite a lot of room, so I can go as far right as I want basically. Nobody's absolutely thrilled to be here. They all just say it's the hardest bank, but it's probably the fairest one to qualify. So, you know, let's see how we get on. So, bait up wise, I've done 7 on the deck. I've let 7 go to the bottom. I've emptied 7 on top, and 4 sort of like 2 seconds in, so a bit like halfway down, because it's a big feeder. So there's a nice spread of bait, and if them bream turn up, they're not just going to be pinned into one spot and disappear. So, and I'm just looking, there's millions, a little fish about that big just zooming up and down, millions of them, which is a good sign. It's the future for the place. So that's what I've done. I've also done this time, I've just thought I'd have a look and see how close the weed is before it gets bad. And it's about 18 metres, 20 metres, something like that, and I've clipped up at 24, just over 24 metres. So basically I've gone over here. I can fish to here, but I've gone over here because there's nobody on this peg here. I think the next one's behind that tree. So I've got all this, I've got plenty of room, and I've gone 24 metres here and 52 out there. And I've just put 4, actually it's bigger than that, I've put 4 of the large ones of those Nisa feeders just there, and every time I reel it in I'll just put a feeder full down, because there's no rush. I can't see it being a speed race today with the fishing. I just thought, let's have another alternative, let's have another line. It's a 2-second count there, it's just beyond the weed, and there's not a lot of weed if I'm honest. There's only a little bit. It's probably a little carpet like that, because normally when you're on the thick weed you can feel it as you're reeling in and you'll catch it halfway up, but this is like a carpet weed, so I can just see it here, and I'm guessing it's probably the same out there. It's probably maybe a foot deep at the most, so I'm at the back of the weed. So that's there. There's a bit of a throwaway, something maybe I can rest the line on if I start catching, or if I've got absolutely nothing, just to have a look and see if anything's turned up on the short line. Probably won't fish it, but maybe I will. So that's the tactics. I've set off on 4 dead reds, which is what I was catching most of my fish on last time. Let's hope we have a visit. But by this time now, I mean, I've just set my camera up, I've baited up, I'm just holding it now like this, and I think I had a bite straight away. That's not happened this time, so obviously they're not here in the numbers they were the last time I was here. So we need an arrival. I think it's going to be a day of patience. That sun is just coming round. Got my shorts on, look. And my shoes just waded. Instead of bringing waders and melting, just put some old trainers on, wade in. It's lovely. I can also have a little dip in there, can't I? So yeah, I've got, as you can see, baits. I'm trying to keep it covered up from the sun, so we've got some chop worm there. I need to just chop it a bit more. Live maggots, a few pinkies just for colour if I want to add a pinky on my bait. Dead reds, ground bait, whizzed up corn, and micros. You're probably wondering, where's your casters? Nobody had any. I think all these shallow venues now, well, I'm saying shallow, the fishing shallow on all your commercials, they're ordering 10 gallon here, 8 gallon here. I don't know, they're just mad out there. They're just ordering gallons, and I know my local tackle shop says I've just done 10 gallon this morning. They're all off caster shallow fishing. Must have been mega money, all I can say. Right, let me get my camera set up. Let's hope that goes round. Oh, I didn't even put my timer on. Damn it. Oh, I thought I had, but I hadn't. There we go. Right, we'll see you, hopefully. Let's have a look. Oh, so it's been in 5 minutes. Right, we'll see you hopefully when I'm into a few of those mighty, literally mighty Ferry Meadows bream. Positive bites, but there was just nothing on. I'm just guessing it's some little fish that's just darted off. Is it on? Yeah, I thought that was going to be a liner. Sounds like a bream. It's coming off. That's a proper unit. It's got to be. I don't know. Hard to tell. We'll have a look when we get her in. Right, we've got 2 hours 20 minutes or so left. 2 hours 20 odd minutes. I have not had another indication. I thought I had a very slight liner, but I'm not sure if I touched it with my leg. No indications whatsoever. I've just emptied a feeder full of ground bait and micros only, and I've just gone straight over the top of it with an hybrid feeder. A little 28 gram hybrid feeder, goes in nicely, as accurate as I can be, pretty much over it. So let's just see if this produces a fish. Just trying different things. I'm keeping this short line. Every cast I'll just put a feeder full as if I'm fishing it, so there's bait there. I'm not holding my breath for that short line, to be honest with you, but I'm just going through the motions, feeding it, and we'll have to have a look a little bit later on towards the end if nothing's happening. I think that short line, I could be wrong. I might have a cast on it just to have a look to see if anything is there, but if I'm going to get anything there, I would have expected it to be in the last hour or so. But having said that, they might turn up in numbers on that long line in the last hour. You just never know. So I think a sneaky 5-minute cast, if I empty a feeder full out there, 5-minute cast won't hurt. If I have no signs, no liners, no nothing, I can come back in and go straight back over where I've emptied a feeder. So that's what I'm thinking at the minute. It's just, I'm not saying it's void of fish, I just don't think they're feeding very well. I don't know how they're getting on in the favoured pegs in the 80s, 85, 86, well 86 is not in, Zach's got loads of room. 86 is not being drawn, so somebody's not turned up. So hopefully Zach will have a decent day over there. I've not heard any more information about who's got what, but somebody got one bream down there earlier. Have they got any more? Don't know. You just don't know if they're on a shed load or not. At this top end here, I think there's only me caught a fish. So we'll just see what happens. Oh, crikey. You know, whenever I put camera on, I forget to put my timer on. How many minutes? No. Right, so a little update for you. I may or may not be doing okay, I don't know. But that's a good sized bream, that. Let's hope in the next 2 hours, 15 minutes so we can add another 3 or 4, because I think that's what I'll need. Unless it is just particularly ridiculously hard and one bream a piece and whoever's got the biggest goes through. For all I know, somebody might already have 5 or 6 down there, but I'm trying my best to try and get 4 or 5 bream. I think I mentioned earlier 4 pulls might be enough. Who knows? 4 pulls of that size has got to put you somewhere near. Don't think we've any chance in the match up here. I say over there seems to be the area, and this fluff, wowzers, there's loads of it now. I don't know if you can see it all, there's tons of it. I'm having to put my rod under my arm, hold my line and catch all the fluff and then pull it off. Because it's asking for a disaster on a cast, is that. So there we go, little update for you. I was hoping talking to you it might go around, but it hasn't. But lovely day. I seen a big pike down here following all these little ones. I had a look in my net to see if I got out in there that could charge it. He'd be about, I don't know, he looked about 8 or 10 pound. And smelling all these barbecues behind me. Oh, it's absolutely rammed up there with people having barbecues and God knows what. So there we go, little update for you. There's lots of noise on the lake, lots of noise behind us. Am I doing okay or not? We shall find out at the end, won't we? But I'm going to be trying my best to get a few more fishies. Well, the hybrid fits the same cast. We're having a 15-minute cast. And what a bite that was. I thought it was going to be a carp where it went round. Absolutely smashed it down. I thought, oh, hey up, this could be a carp. Oh, gosh. A load of fluff gone onto my reel. I'm going to have to cast that out and get it off. That was a proper straight round, just like a carp. Let's get it in. It's important, is this fish. It feels terrible. I can feel it grabbing on me, on my line. That is terrible. I'm going to have to send the bait up feeder if I can get it in. But oh, it's so tight on my line, is that? It's ridiculous. So much crap on the rod, and now I've got a big lump on my tip. Oh my goodness me, can hardly reel it in. There's that much rubbish on my line. It's grating through. It's not good, people. Oh, that's awful. Thought that was going to snap then. And it won't. I can't reel any more in. That is terrible. I cannot reel any more in. I don't know what to do. That is shocking. I really don't know what else to do. It won't reel anymore. That is awful. This will be a miracle if I get this in. It will not reel anymore. I think the only way I'm going to get this is if I grab this line. It won't reel in anymore. Oh, that is unbelievable. That is how bad that fluff is. I know you don't really appreciate it until you've just witnessed that. That was terrible. So I'm going to have to mess about with that rod. And get all the rubbish off. Unbelievable I've got that in. Can't believe it. But my line would have snapped. So it's a bait up feeder out there, and get all that crap off my line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pounder. Right, I'm going to bait up and get all that crap off my line. Not even on any knots, it's just the amount of fluff, it's ridiculous. See on the next one. From all that fluff and everything, I've had next peg, the empty peg next to me, I've had people letting the dogs go in, and there's a bloke just dived in and started swimming. That's brilliant, that, isn't it? Unbelievable. I'll be surprised if I get another bite after all the noise. I won't mind, but there's another lake that's empty. God grief. It's just my luck, that, isn't it? Anyway, what can you do about it? There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. They don't know, do they? He really don't think he's doing out wrong, but I don't think he realises how much money people spent to come down here, and he's just dived in. Well, that's the way the cookie crumbles. I've got my shock leader off, I'm back out there. I put 2 feederfuls whilst I was setting up, and I've just put another one out there, gone over the top. Just going to sit and be patient now and just hope that it goes round. Damn it, and we've got about 1 hour and 15 minutes left. I could do at least a couple more fish, I think. I don't know how they're catching down there, but we'll see. We'll catch you, hopefully. Will it go round after all that noise? I don't know. It's hard enough as it is. No more bites. I've had a 6-7 minute chuck on that short line, but I've had one cast and I won't be able to reel a fish in if I got one. It's just ridiculous, as this stuff now. As you can see, it's all up my line here. I think it'd be virtually impossible to get a fish in. It's just, there's just loads of it. I'm sure other anglers must be having the same problem, I don't know. It's just absolutely thick here. I think the only chance I've got is if I keep my tip low. We'll see. I'll have to pull it in like that if I get one. I don't know, my 2 bream, is it enough? I don't know. I've got a sneaky feeling 4 bream's going to be the best. But I've no more signs out there on method. I've just gone back on traditional, put some maggots on. I sent a feeder full out while I had a look on that short line. Just have to hope that it goes, and I'll be honest with you, there's what, 14 minutes left, and I'm like, do I really want to reel it in and get all this off, or shall I just leave it and hope it goes? Don't know. I think I'm more inclined to just leave it, because it'll take me 5-6 minutes to get it all off. Because if that goes onto your reel, you've no chance of casting it out. It's just going to get stuck in your eyes and you're asking for a crack off. So I think this might be the last cast. Just have to hope it goes round. Don't know what else to do. It's just impossible with all this fluff. I don't think they'll be having the same problem over there. I've just got a massive tree here full of it, and it's just dropping down. So I don't know. We'll see. It's been a frustrating day, to say the least. Just can't fish how I want to fish. I've dreaded reeling in every single time. I've had to spend I bet I've wasted 50 minutes taking all this fluff off. Wasn't too bad for first. Asking for trouble, so I think I'll probably just leave it and hope it goes round. That's all we can do. But I've done my best. There's always things to test you, and this has been a real test, and it has become virtually, I mean, it's just, look down to my left, it's absolutely thick down here. Wind's blowing that way, it's coming off that tree straight at me. So I don't know, I mean, I've been fairly bad on 33, but it wasn't as bad as this. I think Matt probably got the brunt of it. He was doing his head in. But I definitely don't fancy recasting with all this fluff. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Let's hope it just goes round, and then we'll try and get it in. And the next thing is, will I get it in? Don't know. I'll do my best. We've got 4 minutes to go. Oh, look at all that round my line, round my reel. Come on, keep reeling in, please. I can see some right on the end of my tip. This is going to be interesting. Gosh, it's all over my rod end. I'll be surprised if this comes in. Oh, it's snagging up now. It's snagged. Good chance that line might snap. Come on. That's locked up. Good grief. Oh, that could just snap any time. It's a proper one as well. We've got him, we've got him. The whistle has just gone, so I forgot to say, we'll see you at the weigh-in. I've got to try and get this mess undone. What a day that's been. That is a test of patience, to say the least. What a bloody day. Right, I am going to make this quick because it's 32 degrees here. According to my car, it's absolutely boiling. Well, peg 44. First time I fished that, did really well. Completely different day today. Wow. I have got to say that has been one of the most challenging days fishing I've had. I mean, I've left my shock lead, I think I've mentioned it, and I think you've seen me actually pull a fish in by hand on the last bit. The fluff was ridiculous. Even when I took the shock leader off, it was a nightmare. Even when I kept my tip under the water, it just seemed to gather in that where I was. It was unbelievable. I've got a picture. Took a picture of my reel. That last fish, it's just a big ball of fluff. Ridiculous. My plan was that 52 metre line. I've put it worked out. I've put 7 on deck, 7 on top, and 4 in the middle. 18 good old feederfuls. It's 6 pots of bait basically. Sounds a lot, but it ain't. Not for them fish that size. And I've had a couple of indications which resulted in nothing. The first hour or so wasn't too bad with the fluff, and then a little bit of a breeze has got up, and it's just completely made it almost impossible to fish. Spoke to one or two of the guys They've had a bit of fluff, but when I showed them a reel, they said no, nothing like that. I said, well, it's been every single cast, probably wasted at least 50 minutes taking fluff off and stuff. It was just unbelievable. It's made it very, very difficult. But I've persevered, and I've ended up catching 3 bream. They've ended up weighing 16 pounds 10, I think it was. Unfortunately, peg 38. Not sure if that's where Steve Ringer had 69 pounds. George, I've forgotten his surname. He knows the ringers. He's had 34 pounds. He's had 8 bream. So well done, George, and he's your qualifier. I've just missed out on my section. 18 pound won the section on the next peg to my right, which I think is where Alan Taylor was. So not great in the end. I've got one more ticket for Wednesday, so I'm going to come back down and see if we can qualify on Wednesday. I would like to qualify for this. I've no more tickets after this, unless I can manage to purchase a few. I've ended up, in the long run, I've had to be more patient. I've had one on worm, one on method, and one on 4 maggots, which was by far the best bait before. And I just didn't like reeling in because it was becoming tedious taking all that crap off my line. So I've ended up not working the peg as much as I normally do. Every time towards the end, I've emptied a feeder full of bait and then followed it in, and it has resulted in a couple of bites. Never really felt like there were a lot of fish there, whereas when I fished it last time, it felt like there were fish there. I just thought, oh, this is going to go shortly. Today, I wasn't sure. I don't know whether it's because I was getting a bit fed up of taking all that crap off my line. I don't know. But another day's fishing. 3 lovely bream. Not quite as big as I thought they were. I thought they were a little bit. I thought they were at least £6 a piece. So obviously one's been a bit less. There were one that were really heavy and chunky. So maybe the others were £5.5, something like that. But again, we're out, we're fishing. Not ideal bream conditions. Done my best, but not good enough. So there we go, another match at Ferry Meadows. I might draw a different peg next time, you never know. I might get off that bank. Only good thing about that bank is it's a short walk. So, and to be fair, it's quite a fair section, but it's nice if you're on them and you're getting plenty of fish. So that's another Ferry Meadows Cup over with. Last one on Wednesday. Let's see how we get on then. Look forward to seeing you guys on Wednesday, and let's see if we can get through. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. I always enjoy my fishing, even though that was a test. And don't forget, it's absolutely free to subscribe to this channel, and if you click that notification bell, you get all our videos as we upload them, and a thumbs up would be very, very nice. So until next time, and if you fancy coming to Ferry Meadows, don't start diving in like this bloke did at the side of me. I couldn't believe it. You're not even allowed to swim here unless supervised, apparently, I was told. Diving in next to me, dogs coming in. Oh my God, I've had it all today. So until next time, people, we shall see you on the bank once again at Ferry Meadows. Toodaloo. And don't forget to fish on.